All right, good morning. Welcome to Women's Corner. My name is Rose Blossom. Remember, this program runs from Monday through Friday, every 11 a.m. to 12 noon. And of course, we are here to support women empowerment, tell their success story. At the same time, we try to inform, educate women to be the better version of themselves. I have an amazing guest today. But before I talk about the guest, I want you to know that we're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter at Galaxy Television or Galaxy TV Web. And also we have YouTube channels. We have Galaxy TV, we have Galaxy TV News, Galaxy TV Comedy, and Galaxy TV Entertainment. There's also the vibes there, so you want to, like, subscribe, and share. We also have Galaxy Television app on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store, so you can just type in Galaxy Television and download our app just to watch all of our live programs directly for those who do not have a TV set beside them. Okay, today is interesting because we're talking about a success story, plus we're talking about child nutrition, which is very, very important. Sometimes you find out that when you say some babies are overgrown, you see someone who is 7 years or 4 years and you're buying a wear or a dress or a cloth of about 8 years to 9 years, and you'll be wondering, why is it so big? Now, this is what we are here to talk about, so you can actually feed your children right. But before I introduce my guest for today, I'm so excited about today. She was here, she joined us via Zoom last week, but due to the network, we couldn't get her success story, and at the same time, couldn't talk about child nutrition. So we had to bring her to the studio. But before we introduce her, like I said, let's quickly go on a short tips, and after this tip, we'll be right back to introduce my guest, and we'll start talking about child nutrition and hear a story. We'll be right back.
Children play intuitively and are constantly exploring different ways to play. Some do this with caution, while others continually seek out new challenges. Either way, a child's right to explore, play and discover is something that as parents and caregivers we must protect. It enables them to develop, grow and learn and become confident, capable characters. These basic safety rules will help make your kids be better equipped and protect themselves in scary situations, both at home and in school. It is important for parents to reiterate these basic safety rules to their kids in an age-appropriate language for better understanding. 1. Teach them to know your name, number and address. Your kid may be small, but it is important to teach basic contact details like his or her mom's and dad's name and contact number. Your kid should be able to share your contact number with someone in case of an emergency. Also, knowing where home is and any nearby landmark is also important. 2. Do not talk or go anywhere with strangers. 3. Do not eat anything given by a stranger. 4. Do not walk out of the compound alone. 5. No one is allowed to touch your private part. This is a very important safety rules for kids, and you should teach about it as soon as your kid can understand the basics. Teach about good touching and bad touch. Tell your kid that no one is allowed to touch your private part except mommy and sometimes papa if needed. If anyone else has touched your kid should immediately shout for help and alert people around. 6. Never leave children alone near water. 7. Keep cleaning materials, drugs and other chemicals away from children. 8. Cover electrical outlets and protect children from electrical wires. 9. Don't keep secrets from your parents. 10. Respect things that are dangerous. 11. Protect your skin. 12. Do not climb the fence. 13. Do not share addresses and phone details with strangers. 14. If I am uncomfortable, I will not do it.
Okay, welcome back. Now that is a beautiful safety tips for children. I hope you got one or two, and certain some persons actually do know how to keep their child safe, but we can't overflog it. Anyways, we have Dr. Olasbisi Ademoso. She's an entrepreneur. She's a CEO of Tit Food Heaven. She's a lecturer. She's a food chemistry specialist. She's a speaker, a facilitator, academic mentor, and a community leader. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining in. Hope it wasn't so stressful getting to the studio.
Wow, you brought me out. It was actually what? Bless God.
Bless God. Okay, I'm happy that you could actually make it because we really were looking forward to this. Okay, yes, we could not get your success story properly due to the fact that network was not acting like family member. So, can you please give us a little bit of your success story? We really want to hear how you were able to come out the top of your class.
Wow.
You know, and still be able to, you know, create this great food production, have this food production, and at the same time still be a lecturer, still be a mother, still be a wife, and you're still looking so flourishing.
Thank you thank you so much. Well, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I am here today because of just one man and who really believes so much in me. And is the current Vice Chancellor of Landmark University, who happened to be my own supervisor. So it happened that when I went for my master's in Covenant University, I went with no direction. I was just, let me just do this master, you know, there was no job. Let me just do this master's and just leave. So I was assigned to a supervisor. Yeah. And when the man saw me, I was like, okay, BC, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I said, okay, sir. I didn't have anything up there. I didn't have any vision. Let me just do this thing and go. So the man just gave me research articles, like go and read all these research articles. It was like almost 8 journals. I started flipping through those journals. I was like, hey, Jesus, BC, you can't do well in this field.
Are you looking down on yourself?
I know. I don't like stress. I don't like anything that will stress my life. I said, okay, these ones you cannot do well in it. So I got to a particular food journal and I found out that I was smiling, I was reading, I was assimilating the stuff, and I went back to the man that, sir, I have found my niche. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. So the man said, okay, go ahead, go and formulate something. I said, okay. So I went to research, and that was it. I found out that I could do something on winning food. So I just had it in mind to produce a winning food that would be beneficial to the low-income earners. So I wrote a proposal. I went back to my supervisor, Professor Janoku, and the man said, okay, fine, let's do something. Okay, fine. So I now I had a friend then in flour mills. We went to flour mills, and I took waste, what we call waste, that's wheat oval. Okay. So I went back to the lab. I prepared something, a food mix with wheat oval. Well, from this, I added ogi and all that, and I went to the supermarket. I got the winning food on the shelf. We did our analysis, and I realized that my own was more nutritious. It had a better proximity analysis compared to the shelf food. Yeah. And that was it. And during my presentation, the external examiner asked me, BC, can you feed your child with this food? I said, me? I said, no, ma. The woman said, no, you have to go back and work on this food. And I finished my master's. I forgot about the whole thing. I got married, and that was it. I had my first child. And when the issue of nutrition occurred, as if God knew that this girl, you must experiment what you have learned. And my son started crèche, and we noticed that he started falling sick. Like, it got to a point that I was so ashamed to even tell my supervisor that then I had already put in for my PhD that sir, my son is sick again. And before I knew it was nutrition related, it was almost like 1.5 years of back and forth with the diverse kind of disease and all that. And there was one particular night that I was so hungry in my spirit. My son fell ill again. After we treated him a week ago, I called my husband. Yes, after 1 week, and I called my husband. My husband called my older sister in Lagos that we are coming. That was how we went. I took the boy to Lagos. We went to see a pediatrician, and the man said, "Oh, this is a poorly managed case of malaria." I said, "Okay, fine." And the man asked me, "What has your child been eating?" And I told him, because we had a can full, as in a box full of so many foods. And the man said, "Can you just withdraw this food and prepare ogi? Start giving this boy ogi," because he had his WC was low. So many things were just coming up. That was how my husband told me to stop all those foods, and we started homemade food. And that was the end of the ordeal. My son is 7 now. That was the end of the ordeal. And I started homemade foods. And from the food I started formulating for my child, I started selling to my friends. And that was how I built relationships. That was how I started Teeth Foods Haven. And funny enough, my first customer was still my same supervisor. And this is for all supervisors, like for guidance. You have to encourage your supervisee or your mentees. You have to encourage them. So when I did fish mix, because my son doesn't take fish, he doesn't take meat. So I had to go back to the lab. I did fish mix for him. And I packaged my food one day, and I went to my supervisor. I knocked, sir, good morning. I went to his office, and I brought the food to him. Sir, I had already packaged the food, sealed and all that. This is my product. The man looked at me like, because I used to be very, very shy and timid. The man looked at me like, Bisi, you can do this. I said, yes, sir. I said, this is for you. Please go and test it. Because I did a universal, I did a base formulation that's for adults and for children.
Too.
Yeah, so the man said, no, I am going to pay. I said, no, sir, it's free. The man said, no, I am going to pay. And one thing is that, assuming the man wrote me up that day, assuming he didn't give me a positive response.
Yeah, didn't listen to you.
Yeah, that would have been the end of Teeth Foods Haven. That would have been the end of Teeth Foods Haven. I'm grateful that he actually as he gave me listening ears, and we sat down with that formulation and we looked for ways to improve on our formulation, and we are here today. We've been servicing children, mothers, all age groups since then. Since 2018. And for my master's, I did something related to cervical cancer, cancer nutrition. And the reason why I did that is because I lost my most precious auntie to cervical cancer. And during that period, I told myself that I'm going to do something, at least. Let there be a prophylactic treatment for this thing. We were so close, and I just lost her like that. And the same supervisor supervised me for my PhD.
This supervisor is a godsend.
He's not sent to.
He's just doing it all and pushing you to do this.
Yes. So he supervised me for my PhD. And it just allowed me to do my thing. So I was able to develop a prophylactic treatment for cervical cancer from my food. I went to the lab, I went to NIMA, I did so many analyses, and God gave us a breakthrough. And one particular product, or a particular formulation, actually showed the reaction on the cancer cell lines that we used. And thank God I was able to defend that. And that was how I bagged my PhD degree. And as a best graduating student, oh God.
How did that happen?
I cannot even explain. I cannot even explain.
Really?
What happened on that day, I had Udin for undergraduate. I was the one in charge. And my sister was sitting beside me. She told me, I thought that I was going to leave that hall, that I didn't even expect, like me, from where to where. She said, sister, let's wait. I said, okay, no problem. We waited. And when it got to my department, I heard the best graduate student, Olasbisi. I just told myself, like, from where to where? I was shocked. That was how I went up the stage, and I collected my award. And the first person that called me, and also he was on the stage, was my supervisor, and he told me one thing, that Olasbisi, I am super proud of you, because he knows the kind of self-development that I've done from my master's till now. I used to be very shy, like I told you, like see me, I couldn't even say a word to public, and that was it. The man just congratulated me, and I'm so grateful.
Wow.
And now even my family, my husband, they've been all supportive. They've been all supportive in my business. And when it comes to mothering, that has been, I don't know how women cope. I don't know how women
cope. It's not easy, but we're just gifted.
Motherhood is like a calling on its own. It's a calling on its own. So you can't combining entrepreneurship, lecturing, students, business, all that with motherhood.
And still be a lovely wife.
In fact, I give it to my husband, because the guy really tried. There are days that I was not just in the house. I'll be at home, but I was not just there.
Your presence was not felt.
I was not just connected. Sometimes I will come home with a lot of burden, and I'll just put it on him. just said, calm down, calm down, calm down. PhD and motherhood is a whole lot.
A whole lot.
It took a whole lot for me. In fact, I lost some friends on this journey because they felt it was pride. In fact, my mental health was shattered. Like I was messed up there.
Wow.
But I thank God because today here I am.
Here you are, and for all the friends that she has lost while she was trying to get her PhD, please forgive her. You've heard her story, so it wasn't easy having to combine all of that and still communicate. Sometimes it's not even about the PhD. Sometimes even working and at the same time trying to do things for yourself and your family. Striking a balance is even difficult, so it takes a whole lot for people to still maintain such friendship. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much,
oh Lord, I wish you had brought your plague and everything. Let me congratulate you. But anyways, that is Dr. Olasbisi Ademosun's amazing success story. So we're going to take a breather, and this breather is going to be a break, which after the break we'll be taking a tip. Which one? This one is tips for cholera. We know that sometimes the kind of water we drink and all of that, and it still has to do with feeding too, how your hygiene is, that helps you to avoid catching this cholera disease. But anyways, let's quickly check tips on how you can actually be safe and not have cholera. And of course we'll be right back to talk about child nutrition this time around. So stay with us, let's go for a breather, and we'll be right back.
Safety tip on cholera. Drink and use safe water. Use bottled water with unbroken seals to drink, brush your teeth, wash and prepare food, and make ice or beverages. If bottled water is not available, use water that has been properly chlorinated, boiled or filtered. If treating with the chlorine product, treat your water with one of the locally available chlorine treatment products for drinking water and follow the instructions on the label. Wash your hands often with soap and safe water. Before, during and after preparing food, before and after eating food or feeding your children, after using the toilet, after cleaning your child's bottom, after taking care of someone who is sick with diarrhea. Note, if you don't have access to soap and safe water, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Use toilets. Use toilets or safely managed sanitation facilities to get rid of poop. This includes disposing of your children's poop. If you don't have access to a toilet, poop at least 30 meters away from any body of water, including well, and bury your poop. Dispose of plastic bags containing poop in latrines or at collection points if available, or bury the bags on the ground. Do not put plastic bags in chemical toilets. Boil it, peel it, or leave it. Eat food that have been thoroughly cooked or are still hot and steaming, or fruit and vegetables that you have peeled yourself. Avoid eating raw vegetables and fruit that can't be peeled, and be sure to cook seafood, especially shellfish, until it is very hot all the way through. Clean up safely. Clean and disinfect kitchenware and areas where you prepare food with soap and safe water. Allow them to dry completely. Bathe and wash clothes or diapers 30 meters from drinking water sources. Clean and disinfect toilets and surfaces. Clean surfaces with a soap solution to remove poop, then disinfect using a solution of 1 part of household bleach. When finished cleaning, safely dispose of soapy water and disinfection solutions by pouring them into a drain, toilet or latrine. Educate and raise awareness. Education plays a key role in cholera prevention. Encourage your family members to learn about cholera, its transmission and preventive measures, and encourage them to follow good hygiene practices. Monitor for symptoms. Lastly, it is important to be vigilant for any signs or symptoms of cholera, such as severe diarrhea and vomiting. If the symptoms are observed, it is critical to seek medical attention promptly. Early diagnosis and treatment can significantly improve the diagnosis of cholera.
Alright, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. We just took a breather, and of course if you missed this, of course you can actually go to our platforms, social media platforms, to watch us, and of course you can track back to Dr. Olasbisi Ademosun's success story. So this time around we'll be talking about child nutrition, because it is very, very important. And like you heard, if you listen to the success story, she said her story, her success story, came basically from the fact that she was trying to dodge it, run away from it. But by the time it hit her at home, she knew this was my calling and I have to do it. So it's an amazing one. Okay, I just want to ask, what's up with the Teat Food Heaven? Why that name? Before we go for the child nutrition, why that?
Okay, Teat Food Heaven, like yeah, initially it was Teat Food. Yeah, when I got married, I knew that my children name will start from T. So we already had plans. We're going to have two. And when they came, my first son is Tito Biloluwa. That is T.
Yeah.
And the second one is Oluwa Tomisin.
Okay.
That is the second T.
T.
So the double E in between is like et.
Okay.
So Teat Food Heaven.
All right, amazing. That's a very good one to coin. And you already thought about the name even before they came.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes,
that's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about child nutrition. Let's even start with your story about diet. Like you said, you know, the problem was the diet, the food. So would you always say that people should do more of this homemade food than, you know, these brands that we have on the shelves when you go for shopping? Do you think making those, like those pap, you know, there's some person, like you said, fish. So mix it with crayfish, the pap, they put it with stockfish, different things just, you know, build it up. Do you think that is way much better than having to feed them with this processed, more like processed with preservative food?
Yeah, I'm a strong advocate of homemade foods. Like, I make my food from the scratch. So when my child issue happened, I knew the importance of homemade food. Because you know the source of your food, you know where it is coming from, you know what you are doing wrong. You can actually control your portions when it comes to homemade food. So it is healthier, it is less expensive.
Right.
Although it is very time consuming. That's why most mothers actually run away from homemade foods. They want it fast. You have to choose one. It is time consuming, I agree to that. But at the long run, it pays off. Yeah.
What is the most, like you said, you are looking at the low paid grade mothers, low income mothers that could, you know, be able to still fund a good balanced diet or nutrition for their child. Now, what are the major core ingredients you think a mother should have in her home to be able to feed a child with?
Yeah, thank you. The first thing is you have to have grains at home. As the normal, as low as the pap grain, you can make pap by yourself. You have to have grains at home. And what else? Normal food, starting from 6 months. If your child can eat, please give the child food. Starting from soft, you go from the soft to the hard, let me say hard foods. But starting from 6 months, start giving your child the soft foods from pap. Make it to be as soft as it can be from pap. It's a gradual process. The problem with mothers is that they want to introduce the food at once. Mom, they will have
to start eating everything at once.
They will ask you, can I give Eba? Can I give this? No, it is a gradual process. It's a gradual process. So you have to have as low as pap, the normal pap, pap, what they call it, sorghum pap at home. Yes. Have it at home. At least when the child wakes up in the morning, give water, then you give pap. The child is set for the day. Before you now introduce your cereals and whatever food you want to give the child. So just make sure you have grains at. That is
so between 6 to 1 year.
Yeah.
Pap is good. Can they introduce any other kind of food?
Yes, they can.
Like what?
They can. I tell my mothers that, okay, starting from 6 months, you can start introducing pap 1. Then you can go into your, you can make homemade cereals.
Okay.
You can make homemade cereals. You have so many formulations. Check YouTube for the one that suits your pocket. You can make homemade cereals. Then you can start introducing swallow, the normal hamala. Start introducing hamala. Start introducing gradually draw soup. But make sure you know the nutritional deficiency of your child before you do that. And also, some children also have allergies. True. So you don't introduce the food at once. Some people, when they are making their pap, they had granite, they had crayfish, they had about 15 ingredients at once.
They want it to be rich.
They will tell you they want it to be rich. I'll tell them that when your child starts reacting, you won't know the particular ingredient that the child is reacting to. So please learn to introduce it one at once. Please, one after the other. If you are introducing soya beans, watch for like a week. Let's see the reaction. Some children, they can come up with rashes. They can come up with cough. They can come up with diverse allergies. So once you introduce it, everything at once, you might not really know. They start running up and down, start introducing antibiotics for a child of 6 months.
So there's this thing that I'm going to use the Yoruba language. There's this thing they call kokoro for children when they are still very tender. You see them, some of them will just have different boils, some will have rashes, and we know it's not heat. And you know this is just a very tender child. So it's not like you drop the child anywhere or you don't beat the child. You're doing the proper thing. Now, do you think that is also maybe one of the allergies of the child or the eating habits of the child?
Okay. I'll use my second son as an example. Anytime you give my child anything apart from what I give him at home, and it comes up with any reaction, I will know where that issue is coming from. Okay. My son is allergic to corn. Oh. My son is allergic to soya. My son is allergic to groundnut. There was a day I was not at home, and my brother gave him kuli. He didn't know. Before I came back, I noticed rashes on my son's body. And I asked my brother, "What did you give this boy?" He said, kuli. I didn't give any antibiotics. I didn't give anything. That thing went on its own because we stopped. Yeah, all those boys can actually be as a result of allergy.
Allergies, okay.
It can be allergies. And some mothers, how would I put it? Normal, even the way they produce, the way they prepare the food, some mothers need to take extra caution when you're preparing children's food, because they get easily contaminated.
Because of their immune system is not yet built up.
The foods get easily contaminated. So what you would take as a mother or as an adult, your children might actually react to it. Some breastfeeding mothers like granules. And when they breastfeed, they pass this to their child. And the child comes down with several different kinds of rashes. And the next thing is hospital. Why not ask yourself, if I stop this thing, watch yourself. Watch when you stop all those things and watch your child. If your child changes, then you stop eating those foods.
Right?
Yeah. So
I totally agree with you, but I just find it funny because some mothers, when you see they have those rashes, spots, boils on them, they say, it's kokoro. There's one herbal drink, or there's this herbal water we give you. You use it to, bathe your baby or something. Do you actually believe in that? Because you just said now it's an allergy. So I want you to just please advise mothers. I'm not saying those herbs are wrong, because I don't want to step on mothers' toes right now.
I'm not ready to step on their toes too. I am not ready to step on their toes.
Okay, how best can you advise them so they should actually know that sometimes it's not just about this herbal drink or this herbal bathing. Sometimes it's about what you feed them. Can you just talk to them? Because I know they will definitely listen to you. You have a lot of them in your corner, and they've gotten better because they have you in their corner.
Okay, mothers, please, when your child comes down with rashes and all that, please, the first thing you should check is the child's nutrition. What is your child eating? Get to your doctor and ask if you just withdraw those. If your child takes groundnut, soya, withdraw those foods first. Let's see if those things will clear off. So anything you notice, the first thing you should always check is your child's nutrition. And when they start going to school, maybe the classmate has rashes and transfer it to the child. It happens like that too. You can take your child to the doctor. So concerning the herbal stuff, hey, I'm not sure I have a word on that.
Okay, I'm going to skip that before they will catch you.
Please,
and they will start asking you that, you're the one that said, because sometimes when it's a cultural thing, something has been there for years.
Yes, I'll now come now and tell you no.
They will tend not to listen. Okay, there's another aspect I just thought about, and I said I should talk about. Okay, I think it has escaped my mind, but let me move to the next question. Now, talking about child nutrition, there are some children that you see when they take sugary things, chocolate, fizzy drinks, all this juice. We have so many juice outside. Sometimes when I see this juice, I'm sorry, they're amazing, they're good. You see them all packaged, looking so fanciful. I get scared. Like, I can't even take it. Like, I don't think I can even get it, like, for a child or something. I just find it difficult. But what is your say about all these packaged drinks? You see banana flavor, strawberry flavor, apple flavor. You understand? That is one thing. What do you say about that? Should they reduce or cut it away for now? Because we don't know how these things are processed. I'm just saying. Then the next question is, there are some children that you see that once they take in a bit of sugar, oh Lord, you won't be able to handle them. They are all over everywhere, you know, scattering things and all of that.
They will say it's sugar rush.
Yeah, they say it's sugar rush. And sometimes I'll be like, so I'm not saying they shouldn't give them sugar, because to be honest, they do so much that sometimes they get to injure themselves, and they will not stop until they are tired, sweaty, or sleeping. They will never do that. So what is your take on this two matter?
So I will start from the last one.
Okay.
Because when you give your child food, the rice itself is sugar. The yam you give is sugar. Now introducing industrial sugar again is a whole lot. The child wants to burn off energy. So the child will be hyperactive.
Yeah.
So if you realize that you are giving your child, the food naturally is sugar. When it's broken down in the body, it turns to sugar.
Yeah.
And they have to expel the energy. So it is normal. They will play. So the best thing is to cut short on the industrial sugar you are introducing. Just cut it short, please. That's my advice.
Okay.
Then the second one, can you remind me again?
Okay, the first question. Okay, I think my first question that actually came offhand. I think my first question was relating to also sugar, how they packaged it, and
the fizzy drinks,
the fizzy drinks. Not even the popular fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
There are these ones that are all in this very fanciful container bags and all of that. What's your say about that? Feeding children with that?
We are on here.
No, but it's good. We need to feed the children right.
Yes,
because I for one, I don't know. The packaging is so fine. You see, some of them will be in the shape of banana, some in strawberry. I'm so scared because I don't know.
Like I said earlier, that homemade foods, even homemade drinks, it is time consuming. It is time. So most parents, they want to run away from that stress. But it is better. You can make smoothie for your children. You can make raw fruit juice. Put it in the freezer, let it freeze, give it to them to take to school as school snacks. I prefer homemade juice. I prepare sobo for my children, for my whole family. Because I know the source of what I'm doing. Yeah. I hardly buy those drinks. I hardly buy, maybe like in a year I can buy maybe like 2 packs. And I have 2 children. So I hardly buy those things, but children will always be children. If you take them out, they tell you, Mommy, I want to buy this. I'll tell them, okay, it's your cheat period. You can't take that. You can't take that. But when we get back home, we know how to detox.
Detoxifying is important.
I know what I give them to detox. So please, I am an advocate of homemade food, homemade drinks. You can make your food at home. I'm not in support of those
fizzy drinks. Okay, before I go on a break, a safety tip break, I want to ask you. Just talked about detoxing. Now, for a lot of people, yes, there's this deworming. That one is different. Now, detoxing, when they take a whole lot of sugar, a whole lot of some things that some things outside, and you just feel like, okay, I think this child has taken too much of outside stuff. I need to detox my child. What is the go-to response for that?
I use natural method. What I use is in Yoruba they call it efirin.
Okay.
That's what I give saint leaf. Yeah. That's what I give my children to detox.
Oh.
Yes.
How do they drink it?
Yeah,
because once it's not sweet.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I had another food nutritionist on the show, Zoom, I think last 2 weeks, that said most of what she does is when she wants to feed her child with something that is not sweet, she just adds maybe a blend of pineapple, well blended, the juice, or apple, anything that has very nice stuff. She mixes it with yours is even nice. Yours is scent leaf. She just has with bitter leaf. So imagine how bitter the water is, but she just does little and add a lot of pineapple. So it's easy for. And one thing I just want to tell mothers: if you can't just now you're hearing it and you say, okay, I'm going to start blending efirin, scent leaf for my child. No,
bitter leaf is very.
Bitter leaf is also very good. Yes, it's not something the child can just learn once. So
yes,
I would advise that maybe if you've not even given birth yet, you're about to start the process now. So it's easy for them. In fact, I've seen children whereby they don't even know how to take fizzy drinks. They rather go for the smoothie, the apple juice, freshly made from from the kitchen. Anyways, this is where we'll be able to stop, but let's quickly take this is just for the home, for mothers. You know, it's not easy cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the house, the bedroom, and clean the convenience, the toilet, the bathroom, and at the same time you go cook for your children, then you still cook for your husband, then you know you go to the other room. Well, anyways, it's not easy. So this is just a cleaning hack for you, and I made it into two sections. So this is 11 cleaning hacks that you can do and help you clean in less than an hour. Let's quickly check this one, and we'll be right back to the studio to wrap up the program. Stay with us.
11 Genius House Cleaning Hacks. Remove pet hair with rubber gloves. Simply wear rubber household gloves and run them over the surface of your furniture. The rubber will cause the pet fur to gather in a ball that can easily be thrown away. 2. Steam clean your microwave. Place a bowl of lemon juice in your microwave and set the microwave for 2 minutes or until the lemon juice comes to a boil. This cleaning hack will produce steam to soften any debris stuck in the microwave. You'll be able to clean out the appliance with just the swipe of a cloth, plus you'll be left with a citrusy fresh scent. 3. Remove wine stains from carpet. Wine is known to be one of the toughest stains to remove. Luckily, club soda can be a saving grace. Start by spritzing the stain with club soda. Next, blot the wine, juice or colored drink stain with a microfiber cloth. Repeat until the stain is gone. 4. Clean cabinet with a vacuum. Your vacuum can be a helpful tool for cleaning hard-to-reach cabinet areas. Use your vacuum's brush attachment to pick up dust and comb inside. Wipe the area around the hardware with a cloth, dampen with warm water and Murphy oil soap. 5. Use your dishwasher to clean light fixtures. Did you know your light fixture pieces are dishwasher safe? Run removable glass pieces such as domes through the dishwasher for the cleaning hacks. Run a drying circle to reduce spots on your light fixtures. 6. Correct common cleaning mistakes. Believe it or not, there is a wrong way to clean, but by doing things the right way, you could save time and the hassle of recleaning. Check out these house cleaning hacks to perfect your techniques and shave minutes off your cleaning routine. 7. Use a pillowcase or clean a ceiling fan. Slip a pillowcase over ceiling fan blades one at a time, then wipe. This way, dust falls into the pillowcase, not your furniture and floors. 8. Clean with what you have. Skip buying new items for cleaning hacks using what you already have. The things you need to clean might be lying around your house. Watch and see how to tidy up using everyday items you wouldn't immediately think of as cleaning tools. 9. Use socks to clean blinds. First, put an old socks on one of your ends and spritz it with water. Then, grip each blind panel and slide. You learn the trick by cleaning faster sock covered hand from one end to the other, removing dust from both sides of the slate. 10. Learn the trick to cleaning faster. The key to cleaning more quickly might be cleaning more often. You would spend less time overall when you stick to a regular schedule. 11. Use a paint roller to clean ceilings. Cleaning textured ceilings can be a pain. Sweeping them with a broom can knock down light fixtures if you are not careful. Roll a damp high-nap paint roller over the ceiling to pick up dust and cobwebs for a more effective cleaning hack.
All right, welcome back. And that'll be all we'll be able to take on Women's Corner. I would like to appreciate Dr. Olasbisi Ademosun. She is an entrepreneur, the CEO of Teat Food Heaven, a lecturer, a food chemistry specialist, a speaker, facilitator, academic mentor, and a community leader. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
all
much.
from Sun Galaxy Television. We really do appreciate you. You can already see behind the camera we're just sitting and chatting. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
So much.
But I hope you enjoy the program.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, hopefully next time we'll have you again to talk more in depth about child nutrition, because you can see that a lot of people were saying, please continue the program, continue. But anyways, we can't. That's all we'll take for today.